or let's say 2 million or whatever lower amount was, but I'm surprised they didn't even do that. Okay. As far as Edge never retiring, at the point in which he retired, he was already God knows how many times world champion. I can't remember off the top of my head. He already done everything he can do with tag team wrestling. He pretty much had done everything he can do as a world championship wrestler. In my opinion, while I enjoyed him, nothing that he could have ever done from that point forward, when he defeated Alberto Del Rio at WrestleMania 27 to retain the world championship, I doubt there was going to be a whole lot that he could have done to reach of any success that would have compared to the beginning of the whole rated R superstar shtick with him and Lita. Like, that whole bit, he was white hot. His feud with Cena was fantastic. His matches were fantastic. He was the most hated guy on the roster. And that was just like pure hatred. And obviously started with the whole Matt Hardy thing, where it got really to the extreme with Lita by his side. To, basically, I mean, he wasn't a heel when he retired. But I told a few of my friends this, and a lot of people disagreed with me, which I don't care. It's my opinion. I felt that at this point, Edge either needed to go back as a heel or completely reconstruct his face persona. To what, I don't know. But I feel like he retired at the right time. While he did not go out on his own terms, which sucks for any performer, whether it be, pro football, pro wrestling, pro baseball, acting. If there's a reason that you have to leave what you love, not by your own hands, then yeah, it always is going to sting a little bit extra. But when it comes to Edge, I think, despite him not going on his own terms, I think it was time for him to go anyway. And he also retired winning his last ever pro wrestling match at WrestleMania, retaining the champion. He retired champion. You can't really write anything better than that. So, as far as quality of work, while I enjoyed both of them, because Edge and Punk, and I agree with the one comment that was on Hell in a Forum, at one point, these two guys in their respective times at their peak, they were whiter than white hot. Between Punk's pipe bomb to Edge's just rated R superstar gimmick, and just him having a tear. They're going on a tear as like one of the better heels of all time. I give the edge to Punk, because I followed him from the independents, like, Ring of Honor and all the companies of that such, to when he first came into WWE, to, I enjoyed all of what he did. His feud with Jeff Hardy was one of the most underrated feuds of all time. Now, I believe that was in 2009. I believe in 2009. So, but, he's had, as far as the comparison, I favor Punk. Now, Rollins, Michaels, Blue Pill, Taker, Sting, Red Pill. I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as I can. Rollins and okay, so if you're going to tell me all four of these guys where they are right now in their lives, considering three of them, well, two of them are fully retired. The other one is mostly retired, but will make an appearance every now and again. And Seth Rollins is on his full-time tear right now. If you were to give me the option of when I could pick from these guys' careers to wrestle one another, I don't even need a second thought. Now, I'm already going to say this right off the bat. I'm going to give my answer right now. It would be Taker and Sting. The dream match. There. Because I dug both characters so much, and whether it be the American Badass Undertaker or the Dead Man, Sting's Venice Beach gimmick with the face paint, with the colored face paint and everything, versus the Crow character, or even the Joker character from TNA. I enjoyed that a lot. And I'm also just going to say this flat out. I do not like Shawn Michaels. I acknowledge that he is one of the better in-ring performers in the history of the WWE, if not all of pro wrestling. I acknowledge it, but there's something about him that even when I was young, I could not stand him. So, everybody asked me, oh, Shawn or Brett? Brett. Without even I don't even have to think about it twice. But that's another discussion for another time. So, if you're to give me 2006 era Undertaker versus 1990, like the late 90s, early 2000s Sting, I would take that match in a heartbeat. I would even take late 1990s Undertaker versus... You know what? I'll change that. While I think the prime of the Undertaker's career, some of his best work came from the mid-2000s, because he was in the best shape of his life, and he was doing these matches that were unbelievable. Kurt Angle versus Undertaker from the No Way Out, 2005 or 6, I believe. The match to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, even though he was pretty much part-time at that point, he was still put on excellent matches. But if you give me late 1990s Undertaker, basically era of when he was going after the title with Austin a lot, first wrestling his brother Kane, and 1998, or late 97, 98, 99, Sting as the Crow character, give me that match all day, every day. So with those options weighing itself out, obviously I stick by my choice. My original choice would be the red pill. So, plus I'm quite a few years away from having to take the blue pill as it is, so we'll stay away from that for now. Anyway, so it's about time for me to wrap up my show. I will be doing my show next Saturday, which will be the 28th of July. I will not be doing my show the following Saturday, which will be August 4th, since I will be at EVO in Las Vegas. And you know who else will be there? Xavier Woods. I cannot wait to hopefully meet him there. If not, that's fine, but he will also be at EVO in less than 2 weeks in Vegas. So it'll be a good time to be had by everybody. Anyway, that's it for me this week. Thank you all so much for listening, as per usual. This is Dave Kalypso. Go out and support your local independent wrestling. It is very important to do. I will see you this Saturday. Well, it is Saturday. I will talk to you guys again next Saturday here on Open Mic Wrestling Night from Fill in the Void Podcast Network.